Today, Old Trafford stands as one of the most legendary stadiums in football history. But more than 100 years ago, this iconic place, this stadium survived wars, legendary nights and football history itself. And now it's time to go back to where Old Trafford began. Let's go. Right now, this is nothing more than empty industrial land in Manchester, but very soon, this muddy field will become the future home of Manchester United. Construction has officially begun. Hundreds of workers are building what could become one of the greatest football stadiums in England. Old Trafford is finally rising above Manchester, and the city is already talking about it. Today, Old Trafford officially opens its gates to the world. A brand new home for Manchester United and the beginning of football history. War has arrived in Europe and football is beginning to change. Many footballers are leaving the game behind to fight for their country. Even Old Trafford feels different now. The war has changed everything. Manchester is carrying the weight of the war, Pycam, and football is no longer the city's only focus. The war is finally over, and Manchester can finally breathe again. Football is alive again in Manchester, and Old Trafford is growing bigger every year. Old Trafford is becoming one of England's greatest football stadiums, and the crowds keep getting bigger. Manchester United is becoming bigger than ever before, and Old Trafford stands at the heart of it all. Manchester United are champions of England, and Old Trafford is becoming famous across the country. For the first time, Old Trafford hosts England against Scotland. The stadium is now part of football history. People have travelled across Britain to be here today. Old Trafford has become one of the biggest stages in football. Old Trafford is entering a new era, and modernisation has officially begun. For the first time, massive roofing now covers parts of Old Trafford. The stadium is becoming more modern than ever.
A record crowd has filled Old Trafford today, more people than ever before in the stadium's history.
Old Trafford has never seen crowds like this before, and this record may never be broken. In 1941, war finally reached Old Trafford, and the destruction had only just begun. By 1942, Old Trafford was almost unrecognizable. The stadium had become a ghost of itself. Football had completely vanished from Old Trafford, and nobody knew when it would return. For years, Manchester United would be forced to play away from home. Old Trafford had fallen silent. In 1945, a new leader arrived at Manchester United, and everything was about to change. He wasn't just rebuilding a football team, he was creating a new future for Manchester United. After years away from home, Manchester United is finally returning to Old Trafford. Old Trafford is alive once again, and football has finally come home.
Manchester United is about to make history, becoming the first English club to enter the European Cup. For the first time, an English club is stepping onto Europe's biggest stage, and it's happening right here at Old Trafford. No one on this flight could imagine, what was about to happen next. On February 6, 1958, tragedy struck Manchester United in Munich. Manchester lost more than a football team that day. It lost part of its soul. But even after unimaginable loss, Manchester United refused to disappear. After years of pain and rebuilding, Manchester United are FA Cup champions once again. This victory means more than football. Manchester United has finally risen again. Manchester United are champions of Europe, the first English club to reach the top of European football. A legendary generation has changed football forever, and Old Trafford will never forget their names. For the first time in decades, Manchester United has been relegated. The theatre of dreams had fallen into darkness. But the story was far from over. Old Trafford was changing rapidly, entering a completely new era of modernization. Old Trafford was no longer just expanding. It was becoming one of England's most modern stadiums. English football was changing again, and safety had become impossible to ignore. In 1986, Manchester United turned to a new leader, and history was about to change forever. Nobody knew it yet, but a football dynasty was beginning here at Old Trafford. English football was changing forever. Horat, and Old Trafford was entering a safer new era. After 26 long years, Manchester United are champions again. Manchester United is back on top of English football, and this is only the beginning. In 1995, Old Trafford began one of the biggest expansions in its history.
Manchester United have conquered England and now Europe. The treble is complete. Premier League, FA Cup, Champions League. One club achieved it all. Old Trafford was growing once again, becoming bigger than ever before. With more than 75,000 seats, Old Trafford had become a true football giant. Manchester United are champions of Europe once again for the third time in history. Europe belongs to Manchester United again, and Old Trafford is celebrating another unforgettable night. For 100 years, Old Trafford has witnessed football history unlike anywhere else. From war to glory to legendary nights in Europe, Old Trafford has lived through it all. Old Trafford was honoring one of the greatest figures the club had ever seen. Some names become bigger than football itself, and Old Trafford would remember this legacy forever. After 26 unforgettable years, an era at Old Trafford was coming to an end.
Kain ang pit for rent out che, Froy at set takes for rent some tiny decker.
And here he is, the legend we've all been waiting for. Welcome to a historic moment in football.